usually say, it has been positive from day one, and it is going to keep being positive. Join me, stay with me on this channel, because this channel is just getting better each and every day. Today I want to talk about this particular topic. It's something I've heard people talk about, and I never knew I would be also asking that question. Okay, it's because when you are busy with life, you are moving through life little by little from one stage to the other. More or less, like at the early parts of your life, everything is set up for you. You will have to go to school, and all your your schooling part is predetermined. You go here, you go there, all that. Now, after some time, you realize that you tend to ask your question, okay, after some time, you tend to ask yourself the question that, what am I doing? All right. And it's one question that I never thought I was going to ask myself. Until of late, I realized that once in a while, I keep asking myself, what is the purpose of life? I don't know whether you watching to you are having that kind of experience. See, so today I want to ask you all share your takes on it. It is going to be a very interesting live session. Today is going to be massive. So you guys share your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? All right. So I remember when I started little by little on this channel. I was posting a couple of AI stuff. People were not watching. Sometimes they would watch. I wouldn't get subscribers and all that. You see, all these things are important. Okay. And then I realized that I intended this YouTube page to be very, very reflective of the kind of positivity that I wanted. And AI wasn't doing it for me. So I decided, no, why not put myself out here? And I set up a camera, doing my first takes. I did a first take, I deleted it. I didn't like it. I didn't like my voice. I didn't like how I was looking into the camera, a whole lot of stuff. Until finally, I decided to let it flow. All right, yes. So today I'm back again with another amazing section and session, and it is, what is the purpose of life? That is the question that I'm posing. As I usually do, I'm going to put the topic here right real quick so that you all get a hold of it. What is the purpose? The purpose of life. All right, guys, this is going to be massive. It is going to be very interesting. So stay with me on this. It is going to be really, really interesting, a live session to behold. All right, so the purpose of life, everyone has what they are saying, everyone has their takes on it. But I want to ask you, you watching, what do you think is the purpose of life? Why do we live? What is the actual purpose of life? Let me monitor it real quick from here and check whether everything is in place. Okay, everything is going on well. I think we are in the feed, everything is fine. So you watching, what do you think is the purpose of life? Yes, if I may ask. I've been thinking of this for quite some time now. Day in and day out, I asked myself this question: what is the purpose of life? At times it looks like I'm getting close to the answer. At times it looks like I'm beating around the bush. Yes. But I want to reason with you guys. What do you think is the purpose of life? And wherever you're watching from, my name is Boachi, and this is the Moed Channel. It has been positive from day one, and we intend to keep it that way. I'm really positive about how this channel is going, the direction it is taking, and join this community if you enjoy content like this. I'm hearing from Suma Das. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name well, brother or sis. How are you doing? Wherever you are, feel free to share a hi, send a hello. Suma Das. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name well. How are you doing, brother? My name is Boache. My name is Boache, and this is the Moed Channel, a channel that seeks to inspire people from all walks of life. It has been positive from day one, and that is how we intend to keep it. You are all welcome to this amazing community of positive people. So I was saying that the purpose of life is something that I've been asking myself for quite some time now. So you two watching, maybe you can give me your take on it. What do you think is the purpose of life? Why are we going up and down trying to figure? All right, I'm also hearing from Logan Natron. Am I pronouncing your name, Bob? Loganatron 67. How are you doing, brother or sis? How are you doing? And I'm also hearing from Kenrick. I'm also hearing from Kenrick. Kenrick Bourne. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm also seeing Alabot Logan. What's up? What's good? Suggest a best series. There are many of them. I would have to think through. There are many of them. There are many of them. So I wouldn't a best. All right, I'm going to think through and give you the answer. I promise. Carl Pana. Carl Pana is also in the building. What's up? What's good? Hello. Hi. Welcome to the channel, Carl Pana. You are welcome. My name is Boache. Logan Natron is saying, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm also doing well. I've been a little bit under the weather, but it's fine. It has been raining a lot here. And you see, with rain, it comes with cold and those stuff. So, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm doing well. Kenrick. Kenrick is mentioning something here on the topic. He's saying that to become aware. Wow, that is deep. I want you to elaborate. That is a very, very deep comment. It's something that I've been thinking about. I think you really, really have a point. Let's explore it. To be aware. Kalpana is asking where I am from. I'm doing this live stream from Ghana. Ghana is a West African country. I don't know whether you've heard of Ghana. All of you watching, have you heard of Ghana? Have you heard of Ghana? Ghana is a cute West African country. It is in between Burkina Faso and you get it. Ghana is a cute West African. Alabot is saying, what about Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones is a very nice series, very interesting series. I also enjoyed La Casa. Is it La Casa? Sure. Money Heist. I really enjoyed it. The purpose of life is to become aware. Aware, to become aware. All right. So elaborate. To become aware of what? Logan Neutron is saying, are you African American? I wouldn't say I'm African American. I am African African. Sure. I'm fully African. Yes, no American descent. I'm not an American. I don't have an American influence. Sure. I'm fully African. Do you hear it in my accent? I'm fully African. Okay, we are awareness. All right. So do you know one thing that I have been thinking about is the fact that as an individual, when you are experiencing life, you are not really cautious of the fact that a lot of things are happening that are influencing you. But sometimes you can you can look at life from an observer's perspective, where you are now cautious of the influences, what is happening to you, how society is influencing you, and all that. So I don't know whether the awareness you are talking about has to do with that. That's who we are. Logan Neutron is saying, do you watch the World Cup? Logan, the funny thing is, I don't know why. I'm not interested in football. I don't really watch a lot of football, but I love to hear the scores afterwards. I don't know whether it's because of the adrenaline that it comes with. The time I stopped watching football was, I think, it was a World Cup, and one of our footballers made a mistake, and it created a kind of like a sour taste in my mouth. I didn't want to watch football anymore. But I love listening to the score line. Okay, who has scored, who hasn't scored, and all that. But anyway, I've been listening to the score line so far. Ghana played with Croatia recently, and the score was 2-1. The score was 2-1. As in, they scored 2 and we scored 1. Did you get it? Sure. That is it. All right. Wherever you're watching from, this is the Moed Channel, a channel that seeks to inspire people from all walks of life. You are all doing well. You are all doing great. And all right, man. See ya. Have a nice day. I gotta go. Okay. That is awesome. Enjoy your day, Logan. I hope to see you on another live stream, on another live session. All right. So, guys, the purpose of life. let's look into it really quickly. The purpose of life. Why do you think we are always going up and down? What do you think is the purpose behind it? Why are we pushing every day, trying to better ourselves, trying to get so much done? Sometimes we stress ourselves over the little things. Other times we set goals so high that we are working our entire lives to accomplish it. And sometimes too, we get to these goals and we are like, no, it doesn't create any sense of fulfillment. So what I want to ask is, if that is so, that we get used to stuff, we get all right, Kenrick is saying, I read a book called Secret. You should get it and read it. It's a lot of good ideas in the book are in that book. Wow, wow. I'm going to who wrote it? Who wrote it? I'm going to check it out. The greatest secret. Who is the author? I'm going to check it out really quickly after the live stream. Anyway, Kenrick Bond, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Yes. Wherever you are watching from, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button. It really helps so that anytime I come live, you get notified. You don't happen more or less like you don't lose the episode so that we're doing here. Kenrick, have you gotten the author for me? I have reading books, so I'm definitely going to check it out. Okay, Rhonda Barnes. Rhonda Ban. All right. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out. What are some of the ideas that you find in the book that really resonates with you? Is the author okay? Okay, I'm going to check it out. What are some of the ideas that you found in the book that really resonates with you? I want you to share with our community out here. It's really interesting. It's very, very interesting. I love to hear your thoughts. All right. That is awesome. You are watching from Barbados. Barbados. Wow. And how is the World Cup going for you guys so far? Or you're just like me, you don't really watch a lot of football. How is the World Cup going for you so far? Have you guys qualified? Or unfortunately you didn't? Unfortunately we did. You see, I the reason why I love to come live and share thoughts with you guys is anytime I come, I learn a lot. It is not about what I have to say alone, but I love to learn from you guys, especially from your culture, from where you are coming from, and your perspective of life. You get it? I think recently I spoke to a person from Greece. Yes, he joined this channel and he was talking to me about the fact that Greece has a lot of ancient artifacts. You see, there are some cultures that have a lot of ancient, more or less like ancient predispositions. So Greek has um, very, very ancient cultures. Some of these cultures you can find remnants of them in ancient books, like in the Bible, Epic of Gilgamesh, and all that. They are living it. They are living it. They are living in the ancient times. Their buildings and everything. That it fascinates me. Just imagine you are living around a building that is about 600 years, sometimes 1,000 years, and you have it. That is something powerful. Kendrick says, I'm like you, not really interested in football. Wow. Those of you who are joining this live stream who don't watch football a lot, share your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think is the purpose of life? I do love hearing the score line though. I do love. Recently, when Ghana played with Croatia, I was eager to go and find out, okay, who scored and all that. But you see, when watching football, the emotions that it comes with, like, hey, this person is about to score. Oh, they didn't score. That up and down, I don't feel comfortable. I want to watch. I want to see the score line afterwards. All right, so guys, that is the question. What do you think is the purpose of life in general? Why do we keep working hard, trying to build mansions, trying to do this, trying to do that? All these are good stuff. All right, but after some time, we all have to ask ourselves the question: what is the main point behind the aggrandizement, behind the massive mansions, behind the profession, like the pursuit? What is the main reason? What is the end goal? Let's all reason through it. But Kendrick, I'm still waiting for your thoughts. You've read the book called The Greatest Secret, and what is your take? What is something that you've gotten from the book that you would love to share with us? That you would love to share with us. Just recently, I have this friend, very amazing friend, and this friend appears to come from quite very rich home, and we used to talk. All right, almost every evening we would talk, share jokes, and all those stuff. So after some time, I wasn't hearing from him, and the lifestyle that he was living was he would travel from one country to another, from one destination to another, and his life was amazing. So when I'm standing from far away watching his life, I was like, this is a life that I wish I get. After some time, I wasn't hearing from him, so I thought maybe he had traveled. He wasn't in the country anymore. He was on his usual schedules, traveling around the world. I would call his number, it would go through, he wouldn't pick, and I was like, why? What is happening to my friend? What's up? What's going on? And then finally, this friend called back and was like, no, I'm going to call you, Boache, but I've been going through some things here and there, so I'm definitely going to call you back. So kindly be patient. I know that you've been waiting to hear from me. I was like, a person like you who is enjoying life, traveling around the world, what have you got to be concerned about? What is your problem? That is what I asked him. I was like, you don't know, but I'll call you later to explain to you. Lo and behold, this friend called about 3 days time or 4 days time thereabout, and started explaining. He was like, all this time you weren't hearing from me. I was very depressed, passing through stuff. I wasn't feeling so good about my life. I felt like things came about so easily for me. I didn't get the opportunity to pursue them. And because of that, the satisfaction is not there anymore. I don't feel so eager to travel as much anymore. The things that I got so much pleasure from is not becoming interesting to me. And I was like, why? Why? Why do you have to be like this? Because the life that you are living, a lot of people are wishing to live that life. So why do you have to be like, okay, I'm tired of it and all that? One thing that he told me that was really remarkable, very interesting thing that this guy told me. He said, Boachi, you get used to everything. We humans get used to everything. So, in as much as you are behind the scenes watching me travel here and there, having an amazing life, and you think that my life is way good, I have gotten used to that lifestyle, and it doesn't really satisfy me anymore. And it brought so much, more or less like an epiphany. Okay, an epiphany to me that how? Okay, I'm hearing from Iconic 9281. Hello, bro. How are you doing? I'm doing awesome. And you? What's good? Where are you watching from, by the way? Lulu Trex is also in the building. Wow, wow, wow. Lulu Trex is in the building. Wow, Lulu Trex is in the building. Hi, Lulu Trex. What's up? What's good? How was your day? All right. So this guy told me that watch to everything. In as much as you are not experiencing it now and you think that okay, this is something that in as much as you are not experiencing the riches, you are not traveling around the world so much as I'm doing, and you think it is the best thing that can happen. When you get exposed to it for some time and you keep doing it, after some time, you get used to it, and it doesn't feel as satisfying as it did. And that brought a lot of realization to me that, wow, even in my life, a lot of things that I have chased, I have pursued. After some time, when I get it, I get used to it really quickly. And I don't get that level of satisfaction from it anymore. It's like my mind is always about getting the next thing, getting the next thing. I remember when I was working hard to buy this phone. Initially, when I started this channel, the phone I was using wasn't helping. It was lagging. The camera quality wasn't good. So I was like, whoa, let me work hard and get this phone. I was very, very happy in my pursuit of it. Working hard, stashing a lot of money to go and buy this phone. After I got it, in about 1 to 2 weeks, I got used to it. And in as much as I was craving it to get it so much, the phone would be there and I would be minding my business somewhere. All right. Those of you who are watching, I know that you might have experienced this where you easily get used to some things. You get used to something that you are doing, something that you've gotten, and you just can't continue anymore. Those of you watching, is it lagging at your end? Lulutrex is saying it's lagging really much. Lulutrex, sorry about that, but those of you watching, is it lagging as much over there? Able Knight is saying hi. Hi, how are you doing, Able Knight? How are you doing, Able Knight? Iconic is saying, how many languages do you speak? Do you understand? Well, I understand about three. I understand about three. I think, is it four? Yeah, I understand English. I speak I speak Akan language, sure. And we did a little bit of French in school, but I don't speak French. There are some of the words I understand it. All right, there are some of the words I understand it, but I don't speak so well. I don't speak very good French. Sure. So guys, back to what I was talking about. Have you guys experienced that sometimes you'll be working hard and all of a sudden you get it and you get used to it really quickly? So some of you are working in places that you wanted a promotion, immediately you get used to it. All right. So then I asked myself, what is the purpose of life? Because if you ask a child growing up, he's going to give you another explanation or what he thinks is the purpose of life. When you should ask a very grown up person who is highly accomplished, they are going to be like, well, the purpose of life is to love the very little things in life. Ebonite, you speak 7 languages. Wow. List them. List them. Is it that you did something like linguistics, like you learned languages in school or what? That is interesting. 7 languages. 7 languages. Wow. That is interesting. Is Chinese part of them? Is Chinese part of them? Chinese writing. Okay. So you're able to write the characters. I learned the Japanese, they use characters, right? It's not like the normal alphabets that we use. They use characters to depict the land. Wow. Wow. So how did you learn the characters? Sometimes when I see the characters, I'm like, wow, how do you interpret it? It's really fascinating to me. Wow. It's really fascinating to me. Wherever you're watching from, this is the Moed Channel, and my name is Boache. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know where you are watching from. Also, it has been positive from day one, and that is how we keep it over here. And this is a very, very fast growing community. We are hitting 1,000 subscribers today. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been really, really, really interesting. You've been very impactful. And guys, let's talk about this. Let's get this done really quickly. What do you think is the purpose of life? Why do we keep moving up and down? I watched an interview of an old man, and this old man was saying that he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. Those of you who know lawyers, they work very hard in terms of academics and all that. And he was like, he wished he had spent more time with his family. At least he wished he had spent more time with his family. He was very, very busy all around, traveling around the states here and there, defending clients in different courts and all that. But he didn't spend so much time with his family. And right now that he is very old, he wished he had toned down on the business and spent time with his family. You see, our likes, our taste, it keeps changing. But I want us to ask ourselves this particular question. What is the ultimate goal? What do you guys think is the ultimate goal? Petra is in the building. Petra Janurova. Petra Janurova is in the building. Hi, how are you? Nice meeting you again, Petra. Nice meeting you again, Petra. That is interesting. Comfort Ibrahim is in the building. She says hi. Hi, Comfort Ibrahim. How are you doing? Nice meeting you out here. Um, nice meeting you out here. Ebo Nice is saying to see the good and bad things. To see the good and bad, as in the purpose of life being to see the good and bad things. I would like you to add the context. Add a little bit of context so that we we do it. Petra, okay, Petra says oops. Why oops? Petra General, I'm doing well, Petra. I'm doing so well. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. That is awesome. And how are you doing also? I asked how you are doing. Janurova. Yes, I remember you corrected me the other time. Sorry, my bad. I forgot. It's supposed to be Petra Janurova. I remember now. I remember you corrected me on last time's live stream. I just forgot. Sorry about that. But it's supposed to be Petra Janurova. Um, Ebonite says what? Okay, yes, you said to see the good and bad things. Sure. And I was saying that, is it that the purpose of life is text? Nost Nostil Gamma say add me moderate. Add me moderate. Add me moderate. I say you want to be the moderator. I don't get what you are saying. Nostil Gamer. Petra Yanurova says good. Good. Okay, sure. Ebunite say, oh, sure, that is what I was saying. All right, yes. So throughout my life, throughout the things I've observed, and okay, not still game. I'm going to look into it. Okay, I'm going to check it out. But kindly let's focus on what we are talking about. Let's pay attention to it. Afterwards, we are going to look into the moderation. All right, don't worry. Right. So wherever you are watching from, this is Boache, and you are welcome to the Moed Channel. It has been positive from day one, and it keeps getting better. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been really amazing. But there's another story that I have to share with you, and it was about this amazing cook. I don't know whether you guys have heard of Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain. He was an amazing chef, very famous. He was in the news. He had his own TV show. He was all across the place. All right, he was all across the place. Like people were hearing from him all around. Anthony Bourdain. And he was saying that his best life ambition was to become very accomplished, very successful, to become very rich. And after his accomplishments, his ultimate aim was to travel around the world and as a caterer, as a chef, taste foods from different culture. And you see, he had worked very hard all his life. He had worked very hard all his life, trying so many things and all that. Now, he started traveling around the world little by little. He would go to Spain, check out their dishes, their foods, China, here and there. And guess what? After some time, he got used to it. And it was massive. Sometimes he was delaying, he wasn't coming to TV shows, they would sometimes postpone, and it was all because he was struggling. He was like, how come I've worked so hard and after some time the satisfaction is not there anymore? Pamela Shutina is in the building. Wow. Pamela. He says, hey, sorry, I didn't join earlier, but don't ask. Okay, I don't ask at pool party. Um, as in you were at a pool party. Is that what you're trying to say? I think there's a little bit of typos, so kindly check it out, Pamela Shutina. But what have you been up to of late? I think it's been a long time since I heard of from you. What have you been up to of late? What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Was at a pool party. Okay. Wow. And how did it go? I guess you are a great swimmer, right? You are a great swimmer. How did it go? or is it that you were just on the top of water with your floats around you? Is that how you were swimming, or you went to great depths in the pool? You see, pools have different levels. They have very deep sections and shallow sections. So, which part of the pool were you? That is interesting. You guys are amazing. I anytime I come here, I feel very very happy. Yes, you guys are really positive. Bradley 779 is in the building. Says how far? Bradley, everything is cool. What's up, bro? What's good? What's going on at your end, Bradley? What is going on at your end? Petra says I went to watch a football match live at a stadium, but sadly our team lost. Wow, that is interesting. That is a great experience. That is an awesome experience. I've never been to an actual stadium to watch football match before. I've not done that before, but that is a great experience. Wow. But unfortunately, your team lost. That is the devastating aspect of it. When the funny thing I'm thinking about is when you go to the stadium with your jersey and all that, you have your team. I guess you were wearing your jersey, right? You were wearing your jersey, your team, your national jersey. You go in there and your team loses, and you are going out of the stadium with your jersey. Yes, and everyone's. It is part of football, right? It is part of football. Recently, Ghana also lost the match to Croatia. Yes, Ghana lost. Breast fan says hello. Breast fan says living. Am I still in your stream, guys? Am I still in your stream? What's up? What's good? Am I still in your stream? I'm checking out the feed really quickly if I'm still out there in your stream. I'm checking to see. Okay, all right, all right. So let's continue. What is up? What is okay? Okay, so I checked it out here and it was fine. So Pamela, I was asking which section of the pool do you often swim? Is it the deep side or the shallow part? And how has your challenges been with regards to swimming? How has your challenges been with regards to swimming? Brace fan says hello and leave. Okay, okay, okay. Petra says it wasn't a famous one like the World Cup, but anything do or anything do. Okay, okay, okay. That is interesting. That is interesting. I went to watch a football like at the stadium, but sadly I was okay, okay. So it wasn't the national one. It wasn't the national one. All right. But how is your national team doing so far with regards to the football games? Or you don't watch that one? Have you been following? How is your national team doing? If you are joining the live stream, I'm asking how is your various national teams doing in the match so far? Have you qualified or you've been evicted? Share it in the comment section, guys. And how do you think your team is performing? For ours, I think our goalkeeper is doing a great job. Our goalkeeper, Ghanaian goalkeeper, is doing a great job. Yes, I like how well he's performing. He's a good communicator. He does so well. But for the footballers, well, it is quite manageable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's up? What's up, Pamela? Okay, Genre says, um, Petra Janurova says, 4-3. We scored. Okay, so you lost. Wow. But have you qualified anyway? Have you qualified? Have you qualified? Or you've been evicted? Have you qualified or you've been evicted? Wherever you're watching from, once again, this is the Moed Channel and it is all positive out here. It has been positive from day one, and that is how we intend to keep it. Usually, I say he who says he can and he who says he cannot. Both of them are usually right. It just has to do with the perception. If you should ask someone why they can't do something, they are going to have excuses. Same as if you should ask someone why they can do something, they will have reasons. So it is always important for us to be on the positive side, for us to get things done. All right. Yes. So this live stream is all about positivity. It's all about positive vibes. But I was asking, how is your various national teams doing so far in the World Cup? Petra says, "Oh yes, the moderator thing. I don't know if we need to discuss." Sure, definitely, definitely. I'm going to. Yes. Okay. You. Let's talk about it, Petra. If I should have a moderator, how do you think we should go about it? Yes. I want you to talk to me about that, about the moderator thing. Inusa Seni, how are you doing? Inusa Seni, where are you watching from, by the way? Are you watching from Ghana? Or watching from another country? Inusa Seni. Yes. I think the moderator thing is a very good idea. I want to discuss it. I think when I started this live stream, Alabot, I don't know whether Alabot is still in the building. I promised that I was going to mention the best series I have watched so far. I promised I was going to, yes, and I remember it. So I wanted to answer, and I'm asking whether Alan Boat Logan is still in the building. He said I should suggest the best series, and I promised I was going to do that in the course of the live stream. So I'm yet to answer that. I didn't forget. Petra says, so if there is any haters or issues, it will be the moderator's job to deal with it. But I'm not sure. Okay, okay. Sure. You see, with live streams, one of the things that it comes with is someone will come onto the live stream, you are having a positive time, and it's either they want so much attention, they just want to take you off or something. Yes, I've had a couple of trolls on my live streams, yes, and I think the moderator thing is really important. I've had a couple of trolls on the live stream. I remember someone out of nowhere came in and started insulting me unprovoked. All right, yes, and someone who was sending unnecessary stuff, things that were not even coherent. Sure, and someone who was calling me the N word and stuff. All these things are things that I think it comes with. Sure. So the moderator thing is really important. Petra says, I don't know why they do that. And my friend, Majulaki, has haters. Of course, you see, one thing about life in general is sometimes criticisms are going to come. Destructive ones, you are going to get this. That is not the reason why you should stop what you are doing. Never, never quit because of someone who is hating on you. Yes, that is one thing you should never do. That is one thing you should never do. All right, never at all in your life. Don't even think about it. All right, because when you look at the psychology behind it, you realize that most of the people who are hating, most of the people who don't necessarily um most of the people who are not necessarily doing something positive are the very people who want to tear others down. All right. So sometimes you don't have to let it get into your head so much. Yes, sure. Don't even bother. Petra says exactly, and it's really not hard uh, to scroll. Definitely. Recently, I did a short stream content, and I was talking about the fact that someone will come to your live stream or whatever you are doing, and then they'll post a mean comment. Sometimes they will dislike you. And the question is, you have the ability to change the channel, you have the ability to do anything at all that you want to do. Why do you have to select someone and keep hating on the person? Don't you think it is counterproductive on the side of the haters? Because it is not like what you are saying is going to throw me off anyway. Because I had already psyched my mind up before even starting this, and nothing is going to stop me from pushing. But in spite of you having the ability to change, if you still fix it, I think it isn't the best. Sure. So the moderator thing is something that I'm going to look into, and we are definitely going to have a moderator on this live stream because the community is becoming big, and I really love how positive this thing is going. I really love how positive this thing is going. Do you follow any philosopher? I follow a couple of them, not not just a single one of them. I follow a couple of them. Um, I think Marcus Aurelius is one of my favorite ones. He was though I love the philosophy, his reasoning. I love his reasoning. I don't know whether you guys know of Marcus Aurelius, an amazing thinker. I love his reasoning, how he approaches his thoughts and everything. All right, yes, I love that about him, and I have a couple of others. I'm going to go into philosophy very soon, but this channel is becoming is becoming very very massive. So far, I think this night we might get to about 1,000 subscribers. Yes, I just refreshed and we are on 1,000 subscribers community. You guys have done an amazing job. I'm very, very, very happy. We have an amazing community that we are building little by little, and we are having an amazing time out here. Yes, we now have 1,000 people around. I follow non-dual philosophy and I like Marcus. Okay. Okay. What do you like about Marcus? Anyway, what do you like about Marcus? I like how deep anytime Marcus Aurelius talks, it's like it is very relatable. One, secondly, it is something that will make you pause to think. Did you get it? You are going to pause to think about what he said, how it applies to your life, and a whole lot. And another thing is how he experienced it. Okay, his philosophy comes from experience. It isn't like it's something that he has just learned or he's just uttering out. It came from experience. Okay, because he was very powerful. He was a powerful emperor. Marcus Aurelius was a powerful emperor and all that. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right, guys. So wherever you are watching from, once again, this is the Moed Channel, a channel that seeks to inspire people from all walks of life. It has been positive from day one, and that is how we intend to keep it. Wherever you are watching from, share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's keep the vibe going. Let's keep the vibe going because it has been really massive. It has been very powerful. He says, he is like enlightened king. I follow great enlightened teachers and love Buddha and his teaching the most. Buddha is also one amazing teacher. Buddha, I love how detailed. It's so interesting. I love. What about Mahatma Gandhi? I don't know whether you've heard of him. Mahatma Gandhi is also an amazing philosopher. Very interesting. Very very interesting. So let's try to reason like Marcus Aurelius. If Marcus Aurelius was being asked this question, how do you think he's going to respond? What is the purpose of life? If Marcus Aurelius is being asked this question, what do you think he's going to say? Are you right? I asked you. What do you think he's going to say? Daisy Power says hi. Just sapped to you. Wow, 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 wow. That thanks very much, Daisy Power. Welcome to the channel. I guess this is your first time here, right? It's your first time here. No peppers, probably. No peppers, probably. Okay. Wow. I think I have one of his best quotes out here. I'm going to read it. Quotes from Marcus. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guy. I had an interruption. I had an interruption with my network. I'm really, really, really sorry about that. Okay. Am I still in your feed, guys? Sorry about that. I had a brief interruption, okay, and it affected the network. But I'm back again. I'm back again. Am I still in your feed, guys? If you are still if you still hear me, kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. Send a hi. And Shito says, Brian Hogwa. Brian, okay, let me say Brian. Brian says I subscribed. Wow. Thanks very much, Brian. That is so positive of you. Thanks very much. Okay, Daisy Power says, I'm not sure. Maybe to enjoy life and live it freely. That is also a good take. That is an awesome take. Are you guys still watching me? Do you guys still hear me? If you are still on, kindly send a hi, kindly send a hello. Because if you are still seeing me, if you are still hearing me, kindly send a hello because the network got interrupted. I'm checking from the feed to see whether I'm still live, whether I'm still out here. Is it still working? All right, let's get it flowing. Let's get it flowing. Daisy Power says, I'm not sure. Maybe to enjoy life and live it freely. That is quite insightful. I think that is very insightful. To enjoy life and live it freely, or to live it freely. All right, that is quite insightful. Very very insightful gist. Okay, because I realized that throughout my life I've discovered that every single thing that I get used to it really quickly, whether it has to do with buying stuff, and sometimes even ambitions. You get used to ambitions really quickly. After some time, you've gotten used to it so much that it doesn't look to be pleasing and satisfying to you as it did earlier. And our needs are insatiable as humans, as individuals. So the question is, what is the purpose? Why? Why do we keep pushing? Why do we keep moving here and there? And guys, tell me where you are watching from too. I really want to hear where you are watching from so that I know when you guys join and we can have an amazing time out here. But you guys are doing great. You guys are amazing. You guys are doing great and you guys are amazing. Keep your thoughts flowing. I'm monitoring to check how the system is. I'm checking how everything is working out here. It's noisy. It's noisy. All right. Okay. So the purpose of life is one of the things that is really fascinating to talk about it. Because all of us are trying to figure it out one way or the other. Some might be closer to it, to discovering it. Some are yet to discover it. But anyway, what is the purpose of life? What do you think is the purpose of life? At least for you and for your entire more or less like for your own benefit. What do you think is the purpose of life? Why are we struggling, moving through life, pushing through here and there? What do you think it is? Wherever you are, this is the Mood Channel once again, and it is all about positive vibes and positive experiences. Keep the thoughts flowing, share your thoughts because it has been positive from day one, and that is how we keep it. Man, I have been searching for the answer for this question. Please tell me what should be the raw answer. Wow. Is it in the race says, man, I have been searching for this answer for this man, I have been searching for the answer for this question. Please, what should be the raw answer? Wow. Wow. What is your take on it? Let me first get your take on it. What do you think? Okay. Let me first get your take on it. But you see, humbly speaking, I'm going to tell you, no one has the answer. We don't necessarily have the answer. No one necessarily has all the answers. Okay, but we are reasoning through it. What do you think it is? Because my answer might be different from yours. Some years ago, my answer was different. As at this time, my answer is different. It keeps evolving. If you ask a very rich, accomplished man what is the purpose of life is, they are going to tell you a different thing. When you look at someone who is now growing up, aging, they are going to tell you a different thing. So the purpose of life is, a couple of people have shared their thoughts. I think I have an short here. It says the purpose of life might be to live it and enjoy it. All right, to live it and enjoy it. That is cherishing every moment. Okay, cherishing any moment. I think this is going to be one of the toughest questions in the 21st century. Toughest questions when it comes to the 21st century. Um, Looking at how busy we are, life here and there. And when you ask what the purpose of life is, we don't necessarily have the answers to it. This is definitely going to be the toughest question in this 21st century to answer. It is going to be the toughest. Wherever you are, once again, this is the Moed Channel, and it has been positive from day one. I'll be ending this live stream shortly because I've got some couple of things to do. I'll be back in about some hours' time. But guys, what do you think is the purpose of life? Before I leave, if you have any take on that, you can feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. You can let me know what you think about this, because life is full of surprises. Life is full of different elements, but at times we have to ask ourselves the question, what is the purpose of life? Why are we moving around so busy, looking for ways to accomplish so many things in life, being busy for so many things? And at times even we sacrifice the time we have to share with family in order to be highly accomplished, respected people in society. All these things that we are doing, what is the general purpose? What is the end goal behind it? Because if anything at all, one thing I can tell you for sure is that society has groomed each individual to think it is always about getting more accolades, getting more numbers, getting more money in their accounts, being promoted up and up and up in your corporate world. The end goal. That is what this question seeks to address. All right. I'm going to end the live stream shortly, but I'm definitely going to be back in some hours time. But with me on this, the live stream sometimes has issues because the network sometimes acts out. It has been cloudy most often than not. It has been very cloudy here. It rains a lot, and it sometimes interferes with the network. I don't know how it is at your end when you are watching. I don't know how it is at your end, but wherever you are watching, my name is Boache, and this is the Moed Channel, a channel that seeks to inspire people from all walks of life. I often say that it has been positive from the one, and that is how we intend to keep it. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been amazing. And I look forward to meeting you on the many live sessions we'll be having. We'll be definitely having a lot of live sessions where we stuff really amazing, interesting stuff like this question out here. Okay, like this question we have here. Very interesting question. It is a question that needs a lot of philosophical thinking, a lot of debates here and there. And it was this live session I had this evening. Thanks for watching. And without much ado, I'm going to leave this live session for now. We are definitely going to meet again in the next live session that I'm going to have. Till we meet again, stay safe. Peace.